Good evening, students of class 12. I am Dhanu Saraiya, continuing with the chapter number 2 of class 12 curriculum. Now, in this video, we shall understand how to calculate the capacitance when there is a series combination of dielectric slabs. Okay, at present, I have not placed a dielectric slab. It is a normal capacitor with two parallel plates, each having area of A as a surface area and having a charge of plus q and minus q on each plate. D is the distance between them, and as usual we know that the electric field is from positive plate to the negative plate between the plates of the capacitor. Now in this situation, let us have the capacitance as C naught is equal to A epsilon naught upon D. This we have already learnt in the previous video. Now, let me place these two dielectric slabs between the plates such that the length or the thickness of the first slab is D1, the thickness of second slab is D2. Dielectric constant of slab 1 is K1, dielectric constant of slab 2 is K2. Let capacitance of slab 1 be C1, capacitance of slab 2 be C2. So this is what we have taken to understand the series combination of dielectric slabs. Now, normally there is a confusion in the minds of the students as to how to understand whether the dielectric slabs which are placed are in a parallel combination or in a series combination. Now to clear those doubts, let us understand what happens when we place the dielectric slabs between the plates to the charge. Is it same? Yes, it is same as can be seen on both the plates. There is no change. Area, is it same? We are having the same area for both the plates. Distance between the plates for each slab, is it the same, or thickness, is it the same? No. D is equal to D1 plus D2. Okay. So, for each slab, the thickness is not same as D. It can be same between each other. D1 can be equal to D2, but it is not equal to D, the original space between the plates. Correct? So, in that case, the potential difference between each slab is also different. Why? Because potential difference is proportional to D, distance between the two plates. So, if you visualize this arrangement, you can see the plate is vertical, this plate is also vertical, and the slabs also are placed vertical. This is a visual which you can see, which can help you to decide that the combination here is a series combination. So, what is it? The plates and the slab both are vertical in this setup. If I place the plates horizontal, then the slabs also will be horizontal. Then it is a series combination of the slabs. Okay, so that visual can help you to understand the type of the combination. So here it is a series combination because these conditions which I have just mentioned are satisfied. Fine. Now, because of this arrangement, what is the capacitance C1? C1 is equal to K1 A epsilon naught upon D1. C2 is equal to K2 A epsilon naught upon D2. And if you are considering it as a series combination, then series combination equivalent capacitance, I am writing CS. It is a capacitance for series combination. Equivalent capacitance is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. Okay, physics is over. You have decided it is a series combination. You have written C1 and C2 according to what is available to you. Now only maths part is left out. So let us do the maths part. In this case, because there are only two capacitors, we can make the calculation easier by writing CS is equal to C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2. So that in the end of the calculation, it becomes easier for us to find out CS without finding the reciprocal of this answer. Fine. So CS is equal to C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2 can be remembered if at all there are two capacitors and we want to find out the capacitance in series. Now let us substitute these values. We have K1 A epsilon naught upon D, 1 K2 A epsilon naught upon D2 divided by K1A epsilon naught upon D1 plus K2A epsilon naught upon D2. So further working out for the value of CS, we have A epsilon naught square K1 K2 upon D1 D2, and in the denominator we have A epsilon naught common and K1 upon D1 plus K2 upon D2. Okay, so we can find the LCM and work out on CS to get, cancelling one of A epsilon naught, we get CS is equal to A epsilon naught K1 K2 upon K1 D2 plus K2 D1 as the final answer for the combined capacitance in series for the two capacitors C1 and C2. Suppose there is one more dielectric slab, then we would work out with the same formula which we have used here further for a third capacitance added here with the reciprocal. Fine. So this way we can calculate the series combination of dielectric slab used for a capacitance. Fine. So now one more small point which you have to remember in such questions is, as asked in this particular NEET exam 2025, that one of the slab size can be reduced. That means one space or one small space can be left out without any given distance. This can happen as I made a space. Now the confusion comes, what is available in the left out space? When these two are dielectric slabs, this space is still the space for air with K is equal to 1, dielectric constant 1. And in the question, the space for air was not mentioned. Length of space or thickness of the space for the air was not mentioned, which has to be worked out, though it was not asked or written or mentioned anywhere. Such a question we shall do in our future video. Okay, so this much portion, that is the D3, has to be calculated, and it should be ensured that D is equal to D1 plus D2 plus D3. Or when you add D1, D2, D3, your answer should be 1. Okay, whether mentioned or not mentioned. Is it clear? So be very careful. If there are two dielectric slabs, it does not mean that both of them are occupying the space and there is no space left out. There is a possibility of the space to be left out, and that space is of air. So that is the third slab, which also is in a series combination with the other two slabs. Fine. So take a pic of the variation and understand what are the possible capacitance with this type of arrangement. Now let us understand the parallel combination of dielectric slabs in a capacitor. Okay, so now in this arrangement, as you can see, the plates are of area A plus Q minus Q are the charges on each plate. D is the distance between them. In this situation, there is definitely an electric field from positive plate towards the negative plate. You can denote it as E. Fine? Okay. In this situation, what is the capacitance of the capacitor with air filled between the plates is given by A epsilon naught upon D. This is known to us. Fine. Now, let us make an arrangement with slab 1 and slab 2 placed between the two plates of a capacitor. There is a green slab and there is a white slab which I have placed between the capacitors. Okay. Now, with this arrangement, what is the area available for the first slab, green slab? A1. What is its dielectric constant? Take it as K1. Let its capacitance be C1. Similarly, what is the portion of area of the plate available for the white slab? It is A2. What is its dielectric constant? K2. And what is its capacitance? C2. So, with this arrangement, there is a change in the area available for each slab. There is no change in the distance or the thickness of the dielectric slab. Then this type of an arrangement is said to be in a parallel combination. So let us note down what is same and what is not same. Fine? Okay. First, A1 plus A2 is equal to A. Therefore, for both slabs, area not same. Then K1 and K2 are the dielectric constants. They can be same or not same, but they are different from K is equal to 1. Okay? Then what about the distance between the two plates for each slab? Same. And when you look at the visual, you can see that the plates are vertical and the slabs are horizontal with respect to the plates in this situation. Okay, the plates can be horizontal and the slabs can be vertical. Then also it is a parallel combination. So what is the visual here? Visual plates vertical, slabs horizontal. Okay, this is the visual. Fine. So all these hints together can decide that this is a parallel combination of dielectric slabs between the plates. So we can use the formula for parallel combination in this case. So Cp, that is the capacitance for parallel combination, is equal to C1 plus C2. What is C1 from the given arrangement? It is A1 K1 epsilon naught upon D. What is C2 in this arrangement? It is A2 K2 epsilon naught upon D. D is same for both A1 K1, A2 K2. Epsilon naught is definitely same. Fine. Now substituting these values in the equation 1, we have Cp is equal to A1 K1 epsilon naught by D plus A2 K2 epsilon naught upon D. Fine. So Cp is equal to, taking epsilon naught upon D as common, we can have A1 K1 plus A2 K2 taken common in the brackets. So this is the value of parallel combination for this arrangement. If I have a third dielectric slab, then A3 will be occupied by that slab. So here I can have an extension of C3. I can write plus 3 C3 to get its parallel combination. Now in this same situation, it is possible that there are only two dielectric slabs and the two dielectric slabs are not completely filling up the space. There is some space left out. So in that case, what should be the space which is left out? That space which is left out is air, which is having a dielectric constant K is equal to 1 and will have a area available as A3. This would be A2. This would be A1. So K1, K2 and air are the three slabs available in parallel combination, out of which C1 and C2 has a dielectric slab, C3 has air filled in that space. Okay, so be very careful of such arrangements which are not given to you as a figure. So whenever figure is not given, it is very important to ensure A is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3. If A3 is not given, find it out. Okay, the answer or the summation of A1, A2, A3, A4 should be 1. Okay, so do not make such mistakes when diagram is not given. Such a type of question we will be solving in our next videos. Fine, so keep watching all my videos to clear your small doubts. Fine, at present take a pic of the parallel combination of dielectric slab in capacitors. Remember the points to decide whether it is a parallel combination or series combination, which I have explained in both the pages. Fine? Take a pic.